Good morning. Busy day here at Trott HQ. First one for me is this Triumph Tiger XC800. This is going to get one of our legendary full Monty valets, and I think they're taking advantage of our half-price ceramic, which will include the two-stage machine polish on all the bodywork. This is in desperate need of a bit of Trott love. We'll get all this old gunk crap cleaned off. We'll scrub each and every one of those spokes, get these discs all cleaned up like new, get this motor all minted, all degreased. I've taken the belly pan off. We'll have to lightly sand that before we polish it up. The exhaust is looking a little sad for itself, so we shall shed a bit of new light into that exhaust, get it all shined up, get these wheels minted. You can see the back of those spokes, it will start going rusty if they're not properly protected. Why Triumph puts chrome spokes on their adventure bikes, or I just do not know. We will then do a two-stage machine polish. Good old black shows every single mark. But a two-stage machine polish on this nice shiny bit. Get the windscreen polished up, and then we'll treat it to the Ultimax Signature Pro. We'll get the XCP corrosion protection all over the motor, all those wheels, all your nuts and bolts, anything that I think might corrode. We'll get a nice little misting of XCP, degrease all this old chain lube off, mint all that exhaust up underneath there. Yeah, got our work cut out for us with this one. Give us a few hours. All right, first step is degreasing. Get all this old crap off of here, all up underneath, all back of your number plate, all up under the exhaust, all there, swing arm, center stand, etc. We'll give that a good old dosing and then scrub down. Okay, the degreasing stage is now complete. All that old gunky chain lube is off, all up underneath has been removed. All your shock area, all your countershaft sprocket area has all been removed. Now we're gonna crack on with a bit more detailed cleaning. So we're gonna get this disc all cleaned up, get the caliper cleaned up, and we will scrub each and every one of those spokes. This brake side, you can see, got a lot of burnt on brake dust. We'll continue with the exhaust as well while we're back here. I always do the back wheel first, and then we'll move on to the front wheel, and then we'll do the engine and the rest of the bike. Okay, second round on this back wheel is now complete. All the disc has been cleaned, even the edge of the disc, all the caliper. It's a shame about Triumph. Their powder coating just isn't very, look at this. Every single one of these we do. See all that? The powder coating is useless. Anyways, I might dust that with a bit of black paint when it's all dried. All the shock's been cleaned. Now we're gonna crack on with this exhaust. See all this? Oh, manky exhaust all up underneath there. That's gonna take some elbow grease. Like I said, I usually start with the back wheel, all the back section. Spend a good 45 minutes to an hour just on that. So let's work some magic. Okay, back wheel is now complete. We did that exhaust the best we can. We'll be awaiting a good old polish up once everything is dry, but we got most of the crap off of there, all the disc. Now onto the front wheel. So we scrub each and every one of these spokes. We'll get this disc all minted up. And, hopefully this rim is a bit better shape than the back one. Okay, discs are clean, calipers are clean, and now we got to scrub each and every one of these spokes. See that rust setting in? This is why it's so important to get them properly protected from new. Unfortunately, the powder coating on this front one's just as bad as the back. Look at all that. So let's get these spokes cleaned up and then we'll move on to the motor. Okay, every single spoke has been scrubbed, making sure to remove any surface rust before we apply the XCP once it's all dried. Now onto this exhaust. Oh my goodness. She's pretty rough. Let's see if we can do something with that. Okay, exhaust is all prepped now. Time to crack on with the bodywork. So we give it a bit of a snow foam first, just to remove any contaminants. We'll rinse that off, and then we will put some citrus on it and give it a good old scrub down. And then we'll blow dry it and get it in the garage for some proper detailing. Okay, thoroughly blow dried now, making sure to remove any moisture from the switch gears, etc. Next step is to oil this chain up. We use the Silcoline titanium gel. I always like to put a bit of paper towel behind the chain just to make sure you don't get chain lube on everything else. So we'll spray the inside, outside, both sides, and then we'll give it a light rub down. Then the next stage is a bit of painting. We've got lots of bits and pieces to dust over with a bit of satin black. Engine cases are starting to deteriorate. Not too sure what to do with these rims. Like I said, it's such a poor quality powder coating. Every single one of these we do are all the same, so we'll probably dust those with a bit of satin black as well, just to cover up all those chips. Get that center stand covered, and then we'll get some XCP on it and get it in the garage and start cracking on with a bit of polishing. Look at those wheels. It's awful. Look at the powder coating on these. Awful. I said every single one of these we do are all the same. So I might dust that with a bit of black. First step is to get this chain well lubed up. I've blow dried all the moisture out of it. I like to stick a bit of paper towel behind it. So we're going to give it a good old coating, inside, outside, both sides, and then we'll give it a wipe down and then crack on with the painting. Oh, a little before shot. Look at those rims, look awful. And there's a little after shot. Not perfect by any means, but so much better. Got a little heat going, so we'll let that cure, and then we'll move on to the front. We got a ghost in the house, dressed up as a hoodie. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, bless. What are you doing? Quit picking on me. We've just gone over the back one. Look at that. Not perfect by any means, but so much better. Just got a bit of heat going. We'll let that set, and then we'll move on to the front. All right, now we'll see if we can do something with the front here. Oh, looks awful. Let's get some heat on it. We'll lightly sand that down. Work some magic. All right, front wheel is now done. Just got a bit of heat on there, letting that cure. Not perfect, but so much better than it was before. Painted the crash bars that were all scratched up. The engine cover here that was all manky, that has been painted. Center stand's been painted. Footrests have had a bit of satin black on them. Your little gear shift arm there that was all rusty's had a bit of satin black on it. Now time to crack on with the XCP corrosion protection. So we're gonna get the old compressor out. We will mist it on everything, all up underneath the engine, all behind the rad, all behind your headlight, all these brackets, all your switch gear. Oh, I'm gonna put a bit of paint on there first. Everything's gonna get coated in XCP, all your spokes, your rims, just to make sure it's fully protected for the winter ahead. Once that's done, we'll wipe off the excess and get it in the garage and crack on with a bit of paint correcting. On to the next stage. This has been fully XCP'd. We've misted it on everything, all behind your forks, all up underneath your tank, behind your rad, motor, suspension linkages, all up underneath. We've brushed a bit extra XCP orange on your banjo bolts, chain adjusters, etc. All that chain has been re-lubed back up, inside out. We've done it, really gave it a good old soaking. Like I said, all up underneath the seats been XCP'd, all behind your headlight. Wheels have come up a treat. This thing is really coming along nicely. I've just refitted that belly pan. I've realized that there was a couple of screws missing. They weren't on there when I took it off, so I'm going to see if I can dig some out. I've done the best I can with that exhaust. It's taken a bit of a battering over the years. Got some dinks and marks on there, but it looks load better. Belly pan's come up a treat. Now we're going to get this in the garage, and I'm going to do a two-stage machine polish on the tank, windscreen, and the front mud guard, and then we'll put the ceramic on. I've got the headlight wheel to put back on there. Really is coming along nicely. What a transformation. Doesn't look like it's ever been off-road. Oh yeah. Now it's the turn of the tiger. We'll get this headlight shield back on. Unfortunately, I don't have time to remove the windscreen, but we're going to polish as much as we can up. Just having a quick look at this paintwork. It's pretty bad. We'll do a two-stage polish on that, see if we can get some of those scratches out of this windscreen. Oh, look at that. At least I can get the outside, and we'll do that front mud guard, and this is ready to go. Look at that exhaust. All right, Triumph Tiger XC is now complete and looking freaking sweet. Just did a 2-3 stage machine polish on this bodywork. Look at that gloss on that. Managed to remove most of the marks. There's a couple of heavy ones there which I can't remove, but that is like a mirror. Oh yeah, check out the windscreen. Managed to polish the inside and the outside. Managed to get rid of all those scratches. Just mirror polished up the little light covers there. What a transformation. 3.5 hours. Don't forget, we're open 6 days a week. This is a proper spa day for your motorbike. Don't you think you should treat yours? Give us a buzz, 07966 249 963. On to the next.